Hello to all my friends out there. So I want to teach you guys an easy fried rice recipe. Okay, I think the trick is to find recipes that are cheap and easy to make, and you make out of your stockpile. So I have some onions, so I just want a little. I don't need too much. It's been in the refrigerator since yesterday. So I hope everyone is doing okay. So the brutal heat return, you know, we had a little bit of a reprieve when it was 96. It's still hot here. It's almost midnight. So it's kind of late in the day to be eating, but if you saw my video, that chicken and green bean casserole was a perfect meal, and it was a nice big meal too. But I like to eat 2 meals a day, and so what I want to do is I just want to eat a little bowl of fried rice. And then, you know, I'll eat the rest probably tomorrow for lunch. And I want to make sure my fried rice recipe gets out there. So I have onions. And so on the vegetables, you can use anything. You can use frozen peas and carrots. That is fine in this. But if you have fresh, that is better. And so I have a carrot. Carrots are cheap. Carrots are like 2 pounds for $1. And what I try to do is I try to get as many carrots in the package. I don't get the big carrots. I try to get a whole bunch of little carrots. I think the little ones are more tender. So this is an old-fashioned recipe straight from the motherland, Vietnam. And the lady I know who taught it to me, her mother would travel back to Vietnam, and the ladies in the monasteries, you know, they were like Buddhist nuns, always liked her mother's fried rice. She made it with Spam and eggs, but I'm making mine cheaper. It's just 1 egg. So I have some carrots and some onions. And then I bought cabbage, and I thought, you know, the cabbage is good because you can use it in all kinds of things. I bought this coleslaw mix at Albertsons, so I'll have some of that in here. So I'm going to have a nice big pan of food, and it's not going to cost me much either. And I have some rice, about a 1/4 cup. So you can see already this is making a nice big pot of food. So now I'm just going to have 1 egg. That's enough. You don't need to be... The trick too is like, you know, instead of worrying, oh my gosh, you know, I'm not going to have enough money. Oh my gosh, I'm going to be suffering lack. No, start finding stuff that is not expensive right now that you can get by on. So I'm going to season up. I'm going to put a little chives on. If you have dry chives, that's nice. I usually buy them at Dollar Tree or 99-cent only. Salt and pepper. I posted a good fried rice video, one of the best I've ever found, on my Twitter for you guys, and a little sugar. Don't ask me why. This comes down through the motherland, you guys. So what you really want to do is you really want to sweat your vegetables out and brown your rice up. And then I want to get something out of my refrigerator. Okay, so now I'm not supposed to be drinking this because it has sugar, but I'm cheating. if you are going to drink tea, you might as well get the 32 ounces. This is good. So instead of buying the smaller can of tea, buy these big bottles. Better yet, get the liters. But I didn't get the liter because if I got the liter, I would really, really, really drink the whole thing. So now I want to beat my egg. See how easy this is? And I have soy sauce here. And this is cheap. The eggs are about 20 cents. Better still if you can have some chickens. We're worried that the neighbor's dog was gotten by the coyotes. My son's dog, he's in the house. He's a big dog, but still, you know, the coyotes are wild. And, you know, domestic dogs generally don't stand a chance against those coyotes. And some of the coyotes out here are really big. So this is one of those meals, like you need a meal and you can make it in a few minutes. Okay, I kept mentioning this pastor. Food shortage is here, Pastor Dowell. Here it is, if you guys would like to check it out. My phone fed it to me. I really liked it and I agreed with what he was saying. Everybody has their own little spin on things, you know. Now, according to me, drastically cut expenses. Save as much cash as you can in small bills and stockpile food. Okay, the thing he said is every time you go to the store, get 1 or 2 cans. And I thought of food, and I thought that was really good. Okay, so now I'm going to pour my egg in here. And this is going to be more than enough nutrition for me tonight and probably tomorrow. So I have vegetables, I have rice, and I have protein. Okay, and then one of the comments was Little Squirrel, and what she would say is she saves a little spoonful of vegetables, a little spoonful of food in her freezer, and she squirrels away the food, and then later she has it. Like if you had fresh vegetables you had saved, you could use that in this. Also, there was a comment saving a little money is better than, and a little food is better than nothing. So here is the change. Can you see that? Let me see if it's visible. Well, there's some change over here. So I've been saving it a couple days. And I think, you know, when I go to the store, I buy a Coke. So within a couple days, I saved about $2. And so the idea is we get to the end of the month, and then, you know, we have some little stores of money. We could save this until the end of the year. Okay, so now, did you guys check this out yet? This is a really good video, and then I did my spin on the video. And then I want to mention, where there is no way, God will make a way. So, you know, you might be looking around and you might be saying to yourself, wow, there's just no way this can be good. Well, where there is no way, God will make a way. So, bearing that in mind, and you know. Okay, and another thing is, like, when you see these people, and they're in pretty bad shape around in your community, never forget the angels on a web. Okay, so now I'm going to put a little soy sauce, because why that is important is the angels unaware. The angels always behold the Father's face. And when people are very evil or callous, those angels turn away. They say when the Lord was crucified, even God himself turned away, as well as the angels, because they just couldn't stand to see it. So when you see these poor unfortunate people, you don't want to be very callous for that reason. Also, another thing that needs to be born, because it's very frightening, you know, you say, oh, we're here, we're at the mercy of evildoers. Okay, in my life, I have had occasion to know people that were rather willful. Let's just put it that way. And it's not pretty what happens to these people. One was willful in regards to doing drugs. And this is good, you guys. First thing that happened to her was she got AIDS. And then the second thing that happened to her, and probably a whole lot more than that, is she tripped off the bus and her eye popped out of the socket. And so I was very horrified, but the doctor, the eye doctor, was able to put it back in, and believe it or not, she was fine. And just before that, one of my sister's friends, who was an eye doctor, had left his wife, and I said, he is not a doctor. Well, after this lady's eye popped out and the doctor put it back in, I said, okay, so he was a doctor. And then the other one, and I have told you about it, who was very willful, walked head on into traffic. So you don't really have to be worrying about these evildoers, because they will cause themselves consequences that will be so dire, it will be worse. You know, that's because we're trusting in God. All right, now let me taste this. Egg fried rice. This is good, you guys. You can get by on this. This costs pennies. Yummy. You want to teach your kids? All right, now, I was thinking about this issue of food storage. Okay, I think one of the best ones is the Pioneer Provisions. Flour, beans, rice, sugar, coffee, pork, and water. Here it is. So if you have big bags of flour, you can make bread. Beans, you can put some bacon in your beans, or some kind of pork sausage, or vegetables. Rice, so it would be beans, rice, and vegetables. Sugar, my grandmother said no sugar was very, very miserable. So, you know, this is what they came across the plains. You know, they got it all the way across the plains. Okay, now, a note about the potato famine. What happened is the potato famine, the potatoes failed and the people actually starved. The thing about potatoes is, you know, that's like one crop away generally, except for they had a potato disease, a plant disease. So without the potatoes, they really starved. But the core of their food was corn, oats, potatoes, wheat, and milk. And so when these crops failed, the people literally starved. So we want to bear that in mind when stockpiling food. Okay, and then I have one more. The Chuckwagon stockpile for 30 days. Beans, flour, cornmeal, molasses, vinegar, salt pork, dried apples, and raisins. And so I got big bags of fruit and nuts at Albertsons for $5. Cheese, I just get Velveeta, onions, and potatoes. Once again, potatoes. So get a screenshot of this. So what I'm doing is I'm getting my recipes out there. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and God bless you all.